Do you know who you hang out with can either bring you closer to God or further away? I know you've always been told, or maybe you've heard bird of a feather flocks together, or watch out for your friends, but it really is that deep. Who you surround yourself with can either ruin you and pull you away from your purpose to the point of even death, or it could propel you to fulfill God's calling in your life and help the next generation and help everybody around you. On top of that, who you hang out with can also affect everybody else around you. Hi, my name is Barbara. I'm a former Team Canada track and field high jumper. As someone who's training to make it back to nationals on the podium with faith, by faith, only through God. And I'm also the host of the Barbie's Bible Bunch Bible study. Today, I just finished a Bible study with my exclusive members called Bible Bunch Fitness, where I do give out my workouts that I do as a Team Canada high jumper at home. But we also do Tea Time with Barbie Bible study, which happens every day, Monday to Friday, where we break down the Bible, read it in chronological order. A lot of you guys have been asking me, how do you join? Make sure you check out my YouTube, which is Barbie's Bible Bunch. Yes, Barbie's Bible Bunch. And make sure you guys click on join. You'll be able to join the Bible Bunch Fitness membership. And that's where I do my exclusive deep dive of the Bible, where we're reading it in chronological order, because shocker, the Bible is not ordered based on how the event actually occurred. Fight me on it. No, read your Bible. Anyways, so here's a very quick recap of what happened on the live. If you guys want to know more and want to see more, and I definitely go into the videos, you definitely can. Like I said, join the membership. But here's what it is. We have just finished reading Numbers 25, which was all about how the Israelites were worshiping false god. But why did the Israelites start worshiping false gods? Now I know if you read the Bible, they already did in the past, right? Where when they threw the jewelries in the fire, and the fire ended up making like a calf or whatever, and they ended up worshiping that. Not that, because God forgave them for that. Well, he killed a few people, but God forgave them for that. So how did they end up worshiping false god again? Well, it was simple. The men went and started dating the Moabites or Mennonites, whatever, those type of women, who then introduced them to their false god. Now, because they did that, actually 24,000 of them ended up, of the Israelites, the God's chosen people, we're talking about ancient Israel here, got really, really, really sick, actually. And what ended up happening was one of the individual, Phineas, ends up taking a spear and stabbing one of the Israelites' leader, who was also with the Memoites woman. Her name was Cosby or something like that. And because he did that, that actually ended up saving a bunch of people that had sickness. Because remember, at least 24,000 of them were filled with sickness because of the fact they were what? Celebrating a false god. But why did they do that? Because of the people they hung out with. And because Phineas was just like, no, I am going to stand 10 toes deep in my faith, and this right here cannot happen. The fact that he ended up taking a spear and taking out those two people, the Israelites, one of the Israelite leader, and the Moabites, who was, I believe, the daughter or the wife of one, I believe it's the daughter of one of the Moabites leader, that was what saved the Israelites. So I'm saying this, that when you stand in your faith, when you actively work on your faith 24/7, you are saving everyone around you. But the opposite also happens when you choose to follow the wrong crowd, when you choose to do things just to fit in because you're scared of standing out, because it's uncomfortable to be bold in your faith. You're hurting not only yourself, but the people around you. Especially now, y'all, it is more important now than ever. If you believe in God, if you know that God has a calling for you in your life, he has a purpose for you. And newsflash, if you woke up this morning, it's not because you're great. It's not because you're great. That's not why you woke up. You woke up this morning because God's not done with you. I'm going to need you. We need to practice our faith, be bold in our faith. Do not let the wrong people, pull you away from that faith. And I'm gonna leave you guys with one thing, with one more statement. If you're trying to figure out if you're hanging out with the wrong crowd or the right crowd, because listen, the right crowd doesn't mean like, oh, I'm at church, I have a bunch of church friends, those are my right crowd. No. I mean, anyone who's grown up in the church will kind of testify that, yeah, sometimes, at least for me, sometimes your biggest bully could be in the church. Sometimes the people in the church can pull you away. The one question I always ask, no matter who I'm with, I always ask myself this: does this person bring me closer to God, or does this person bring me further away from God? And that could be like, does this show bring you closer to God? Does this song bring you closer to God? Does this book bring you closer to God? Like, that question can be used for anything, because who you hang out with, what you surround yourself with, what you consume is so important. You're called to help millions, not only around you, but you are a chosen. We are a chosen generation. Let's work on it. Make sure you follow me here. I do daily recaps as best as I can, you know. I go live every day as well. Like I said, Monday to Friday. I'm about to go live again for the whole Bio Bunch family. Normally it's at 1, but it's probably going to be at like 1:30 p.m. today or something like that. And today we're actually covering, this is all about mental health in the Bible. I have a whole series going on, and we're talking about a woman that actually doesn't get talked that much about in the Bible, or maybe she does, but I don't think so. I've never really like heard her being preached that much, Hannah. And oh, I'm gonna do a recap at the end though, so if you guys miss it, don't worry, I will definitely do a recap. But this one, major trigger warning, it's definitely gonna make you cry, and maybe because you relate to her. I feel like most of us do. When I'll give you guys kind of a little snippet. Pretty much, have you ever prayed for something and you're looking around and everybody has their blessings, everybody's in their breakthrough season, but you seem to still be stuck in the wilderness? This Bible study is going to be for you. So remember, be kind to each other, follow God, be bold in your faith, and love you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon.